Hardy, welcome to our Unity of Walnut Creek service this morning.
And I'm Diane Hardy. Welcome to our service.
Today is Palm Sunday, a day of joy and hope. It commemorates the celebratory arrival of Jesus into Jerusalem and begins a rich array of spiritual events during Holy Week.
I love Holy Week. It's sort of this tension between deep reflection and celebration. This week is also Passover, a celebration of the liberation of Hebrew slaves in Egypt and the sparing of children's lives. We wish a meaningful Passover to all who began celebrating last night.
Our stream team with us today is Gus on switch and sound, Steve on camera, and our production manager, Annie. Behind the scenes preparing throughout the week always includes our technical director, John, music directors, Lisa and Tyler, and our video directors, Peter, Jack, and Shari.
We are so pleased to have Daniel Nahmod as our guest artist today. Let's join him at home for our opening song, My Soul is Welcome Here.
Good morning, Walnut Creek. It's Daniel Nahmod, down south in the county of Orange. Sure hope you're doing well. Feel like singing with me? Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Ready to sing? I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh yeah, all right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here, yeah. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. And so it is indeed. Good morning. Thanks for singing.
Thank you, Daniel. That was fun. I feel very welcome here. Now let us take a moment to ground in unity, because unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision for the world is, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness. Our mission is who we have come here to be. And let's say this together. We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. Our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom.
If you are with us for the first time today, welcome. You are invited to fill out a connection card. Connection cards are available for everyone on the Watch Live page of the Unity of Walnut Creek website. You can also submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will be praying with you throughout the week. You can share feedback or request more information.
Our classes and events are currently held online and by phone via the Zoomer. Here are a few important announcements and opportunities upcoming.
We're so excited to have best-selling author Greg Lavoie as our guest speaker this morning. He's going to also hold a webinar this afternoon at 2 p.m. called What Trusting the Universe Really Means. Greg has created a special invitation to this webinar, so let's watch.
Hello, Unity Walnut Creek folks. Greg Lavoie here, coming to you from Santa Cruz. I hope this finds you in good health and spirits and sanity during these tumultuous times, but also opportune times. And I think one of the opportunities we have is in exploring how this whole pandemic year could be an unfolding process requiring that we trust the universe. But what exactly does that mean? What aspects of the universe are you trusting when you say you trust it? And is this a skill you can build? So toward that end, I invite you to join me and a community of fellow seekers on Sunday, March 28 for both the morning service and an afternoon Zoom webinar on what trusting the universe really means, which is designed to help you explore what trusting the universe means to you and why it may ultimately be a matter of staying in conversation with the universe. So I hope you'll join me on the 28th, and until then I wish you continued safekeeping, and I'm going to sign off now, and blessings.
Don't forget to sign up for this webinar by 1 p.m. today in order to receive a code that will allow you to enter the webinar that's being broadcast online.
Yeah, that's pretty soon, huh?
Yep.
Would you like to learn how journaling can help you discover more about yourself? Be sure to join us on Wednesday, March 31st at 6:30 for a presentation on harnessing the power of words with Shoshana Kobrin. Shoshana will share how journaling can spark valuable memories, break negative patterns, clarify priorities, and realize dreams. It can also be the basis for writing a memoir, short stories, poetry, and blogs. Pre-registration is required on our website.
That sounds really interesting. Are you feeling personally affected by the recent news of the events that have taken place in Atlanta and Boulder, Colorado? Laura Mallory is facilitating a place with opportunity for a short meditation, structured art making and/or writing, and the opportunity for sharing and connecting about this sensitive topic. No special materials are required, and you don't need to be an artist to attend. But the Connecting to Heal Vigil and Expressive Art Session is this Thursday, April 1st, from 7 o'clock to 8:30 p.m.
All right. And mark your calendars to attend Unity's Good Friday service on April 2nd, 6:30 p.m. During this time of spiritual preparation for the profound experience of Easter, take part in a meaningful Good Friday service with Reverend Kristen and Unity's prayer chaplains. The theme of the evening will focus on the 7 last words of Jesus and how they align with the 7 chakra power centers. Receive and experience deep peace through sacred music, chanting, meditation, and reflection.
See our website for a full listing and login information for all of our events. If you're not receiving our weekly e-news, use the connection card link on the Watch Live page to sign up. Following our service today, we invite you to log in to Zoom about 12:45 for our virtual patio conversation. Prayer chaplains will be available to pray with you confidentially during this time.
You may also wish to discuss the Sunday messages with your community on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. at the weekly Spiritual Growth Circle. You're always invited. Next page. Now, as we move into meditation, Let's ground with our statement of faith. Let's take a deep breath together. Just settle in a little bit. Know that all is well. Please join me. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God.
Now, as we move into our reading and time of meditation, we will begin with a reading which leads into music, again from Daniel Nahmod, followed by guided meditation with Reverend Kristen and a message from our guest speaker, Greg Lavoie. Our prayer reading is adopted from the Daily Word.
Hosanna! Hosanna is an exclamation of joy synonymous with Palm Sunday. This day commemorates Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. The multitudes awaiting his arrival shouted, Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord.
The thoughts we think, the cells in our bodies, and the events in our lives are like the multitudes who waited for Jesus. Everything in us waits for the appearance of the Christ, the Spirit of God in our midst, with shouts of joy at its arrival. Now I realize the second coming of the Christ presence is already here, and it is my choice to reveal it. So now I'm raising the veil.
I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil.
God is right here in my heart. The truth of the divine cannot be separated from me. much as my mind may try. I am that I am, fully and completely. And during this time of quiet with my God, I raise the veil of everyday life, the veil of protection, the veil that I have placed. The false idea that somehow that will keep me safer and truer, when it's quite the opposite. So today I raise the veil. Perhaps I'll muster courage to do so. Or maybe I'm just tired and it's time to let the veil drop, so that the most intimate truth and authenticity of who I am can pour forth. So that I can realize once and for all that this desire, this longing, this grasping and searching has brought me here to this moment. Simply raise up the veil and see. I am that I am. I am one with my God. There is no separation here, no distance whatsoever. And all this time that I've wanted to know and to feel, to see, and to hear my God, I realize now was waiting me right here in my heart. And so I stop the struggle. I take a nice deep breath. And I rest in the truth, the oneness and the love that holds me and that fills me. The knowing the divine and I are here now together, revealed. The veil has been raised, and I merge with the divine in the silence. And now, as I prepare once again to move about my day, it is with this memory of these moments, these precious moments, full immersion, the divine substance and presence. So I commit right now to remember to take a breath throughout my day and just drop back into this place. And perhaps say to myself once again, I'm raising the veil. No separation between me and my God. And this shift bears so much fruit as I move through the rest of my day. And with thanksgiving, we say, and so it is.
I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. Oh, God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all.
Hello, Unity Walnut Creek folks. Greetings from over the hill in Santa Cruz. I'm delighted to be able to share some thoughts with you this morning, as well as here at the roughly 1 year mark in our pandemic year. And speaking of tumultuous times, back in the 90s, I moved from here in the Bay Area to Taos, New Mexico, where I lived for several years. And I had been a freelance writer for magazines and newspapers for about a decade before I moved. But as soon as I moved to the desert, work inexplicably dried up. Just assignments drained away, editors stopped returning my query letters, my freelance career simply unraveled. Plus I ended up on food stamps. But throughout it all, I kept hearing a still small voice telling me that there was something afoot, something that I wouldn't understand for a while, and that all of this was happening for a reason that reason couldn't fathom. And to make a long and excruciating story mercifully short for you, it led to the creation of my book Callings, right? But in the throes of it, I kept hearing the refrain in my head, trust the universe, which is a spiritual adage that on one hand triggered my skepticism, though I understand that doubt is not opposed to faith, it's part of it. But on the other hand, trust the universe has a noble lineage. Let go and let God. Trust the process. Have faith. Don't push the river. Thy will be done. Right? Now, flash forward 25 years. For much of the past year, which is a year of both plague and political unrest, I've been hearing that same refrain in my head again, as I often do at challenging periods in my life. But I've been trying to drill down a bit into it this time. And I've been wondering, what exactly does that mean? To trust the universe. What does that mean? What aspects of the universe are you trusting when you say you trust the universe? And of course, is this a skill you can build, right? So, for instance, when you say that you trust the universe, are you saying that you trust its benevolence? The feeling that you're somehow looked after, all right? Which is not something I believe everyone can trust. You know, the feeling that the universe has your back is much easier to get behind when luck has favored you with a loving family, a good education, good health, regular paycheck, and of course a favorable race and sexual orientation. But it's considerably harder, I think, to get behind when your ration of luck has included, for instance, being born into poverty, or a war zone, or a violent family, or you're living one paycheck away from homelessness, or you're homeless. I think one of them is likely to fill you with the feeling of paranoia, which is the belief that the universe is conspiring against you, and the other is likely to fill you with the feeling of pronoia, which is the belief that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Okay? So, an interviewer once reportedly asked Albert Einstein, of all the questions you've posed into the mysteries of the universe, Mr. Einstein, what do you think is the most important question to ask? And Albert Einstein reportedly said, is the universe a friendly place or not? And I think that how you answer that question is going to impact, if not determine, how your life unfolds. How you're going to interpret and respond to the things that happen to you. Events like the pandemic, for instance, right? It kind of reflects your default position toward life. In a sense, optimistic or pessimistic. And you might also ask yourself whether you believe the universe is a meaningful place. Because if you do, then you're likely to trust that whatever happens, you'll at least be able to find some meaning and purpose in it, which is quite powerful in itself. Now, if by friendly we mean favorably disposed toward us, which is really just the dictionary definition, then clearly the universe is a friendly place. I mean, after all, it created us, gave us life, a habitable planet to live on, gave us each other, all right? Furthermore, since we're capable of love and kindness and compassion, I think it stands to reason that the universe is also possessed of these qualities, if nothing else, through us, all right? But it's one thing to say that the universe has a heart, and it's another to feel it and to believe it. To believe that even in your darkest hours, and I would venture to guess most of us have had at least a couple of those in the past year, that life is still and perhaps ultimately good and beautiful and generous, all right? That even when the bottom falls out, the universe still gives you earth to land on and people to commiserate with, and a mind that can imagine better days, or at least remember them, okay? And also, given that we're each a piece of the universe, in other words, it's not just out there somewhere, all right? You might ask whether you yourself are a friendly place or not. Do you trust yourself? Do you treat yourself with compassion or judgment or indifference? And if you were to ask your internal organs, if your internal organs could speak, or that spiritual organ that we call a soul, or for that matter, the 40 trillion individual bacterial beings that inhabit each one of our bodies and with whom we co-evolved, if you were to ask them, would they say that you're a friendly place? Because after all, you're the universe in which they go about their business. All right? Would they trust your essential goodness and amicability, your support, your empathy for them? All right? Another one, if you were to say, or when you say that you trust the universe, are you saying that you trust it to work in mysterious ways? All right, which it clearly does, though they're often counter to our own agendas. All right, and though I think it's possible to increase your threshold, your tolerance for mystery and uncertainty, say by studying the natural world or the human psyche or the creative process or just your own dreams, all of which are full of mystery, okay? If you say you trust the universe, are you saying that you trust that life supports growth? Which it also clearly does, though I think it's a continual cycling between growth and decay and growth and decay and growth, okay? But what that means, I think, is that if you stick with any given crisis long enough, that is, ride it out in full consciousness and with all receivers turned to the on position, it will eventually bring you back or forward to growth. All right? That a crisis will eventually evolve or resolve into what Joseph Campbell called a directive crisis, what Gail Sheehy, who wrote Passages, calls falling up, and what the rest of us just call turning lemons into lemonade. All right? And so one thing I have come to trust about the universe is the recurring pattern of setbacks setting me up for breakthroughs, failures turning out to be opportunities, or what the philosopher Homer Simpson calls crisopportunities, okay? In fact, if you were to create a timeline of the growth spurts in your life, I suspect you would find that they're often paired with periods of upheaval, okay? And they're certainly accompanied by upheaval, but they're often precipitated by it, right? When you say you trust the universe, are you saying that you trust that it operates in a like attracts like fashion? In which case, keeping your chin up in the midst of crises or challenges should set up something like a similar frequency in the world around you, which is really, I think, the basis of what's called the law of attraction. All right? Or when you say you trust the universe, are you really just saying that you trust your own resilience? You know, your power to choose how you're going to respond to whatever the universe throws at you. Okay? Now, the definition of trust, the definition of trusting something is believing in its reliability. All right, again, a dictionary definition, believing in its reliability. So right off the bat, there's a catch here, because the universe is clearly reliable. I mean, the sun comes up, the sun goes down, gravity works, etc. But the universe is also reliably unpredictable. I'm thinking of chaos theory. I'm thinking of Murphy's Law, or the law of entropy, or, if you don't mind me saying, the famous shit that happens. So saying that you trust the universe has to include trusting that it is both reliable and unreliable, okay? That it is reliably chaotic and random, which are clearly forces that operate down here on the home planet, and which we've seen in extremis, especially earlier this year, all right? So it means trusting the universe essentially to be itself, which is a combination of reliable and unreliable, predictable and unpredictable, and that you yourself, each one of us, will pretty much behave in a similar fashion, okay? Now this requires what I once heard somebody describe as heroism redefined for the modern age, which is the ability to tolerate paradox, okay? To hold two seemingly contrary ideas or impulses or energies or beliefs inside you at the same time and still retain the ability to function, if not hang on to your cookies and your marbles and your lunch. So faith and fear, us and them, my will and thy will, head and heart, masculine and feminine, pick your duality, okay? And I believe that paradox requires that we bring these two together to talk to one another. Tolkien, who wrote Lord of the Rings, once said, "It doesn't do you any good to leave a dragon out of your calculations if you live near him." Okay? So, trusting the universe and finding some meaning and purpose in any particular manifestation of it, such as a pandemic or political upheaval or anything else, may ultimately come down to staying in conversation with the universe, staying in co-respondence with it, all right? And I believe there's lots of ways of doing that. Dialoguing with the dragons in your life, listening to your body, asking for dream guidance, honoring intuitions and synchronicities, meditation, prayer, for that matter, journaling. Journaling is actually a fabulous tool for being in contact with the grander scheme of things. I'm thinking of something that Ira Progoff once said. Progoff is really one of the grandfathers of personal journaling. He created a system back in the 60s called the Intensive Journaling Process and wrote a book called At a Journal Workshop. And he said that the point of journaling is to go down deeply enough into your own well that you eventually hit the stream that's the source of all the wells, which I find not only ravishing, but suggestive that journaling is a perfect tool for staying in conversation with the universe, with the bigger picture. And of course, just simply helping you feel your way through events like this year of ours, all right? One of my own responses to the pandemic, and specifically to the financial anxiety that it's brought on, is to rearrange my morning schedule so that it now includes an act of trust, all right? Not just an abstract notion of it. So what I'm doing now among my various morning routines is I'm now playing the piano for 15 or 20 minutes before coming in here into the office to work. And I'm doing that in part to demonstrate to myself that I can afford the time to do that. So an act of trust, not just a high opinion I have of myself, okay? In fact, one of the diagnostics that I use anymore to know whether I'm trusting the universe is when I make counterintuitive decisions like that. When I react to fear, say, with surrender rather than striving, or I choose passion over security sometimes, or make the growth choice over the fear choice, or simply try to allow things to happen rather than always trying to make them happen. Make money, make a living, make ends meet, make sense, make a difference, make headway, okay? In fact, I think it's easier to trust the universe when you're doing your part, okay? So not just being patient and faithful and waiting for the universe to deliver, but being actively patient, as in God helps those who help themselves, as in trust Allah but tie your camel to a post, okay? As in luck favors the prepared mind, which is something Louis Pasteur told us, okay? Now, ultimately, trusting the universe may be less a practical issue or even a psychological issue, as much as I believe it's a spiritual enterprise. Not necessarily about strategizing or creating new affirmations or doing behavior mod of some kind, all of which, of course, are great ideas. As much as I think it is often about sitting respectfully with things as they are, which I grant you is a high art, but sitting respectfully with things as they are, letting yourself feel what you feel without even needing to understand it, no less do something about it, and having a certain forbearance, I think, for mystery and uncertainty and ambiguity, and not just out there in the universe, but in here as well, all right? And since spiritual practice is, I think, largely the work of creating a connection with whatever's greater than yourself, whether that's God or community or the natural world or just your own potential. I think these kind of practices can help with that connection and conversation with the universe and help you strike up a mutually friendly rapport with the universe, mutually friendly, all right? Which might begin by answering Einstein's question. Answer Einstein's question for yourself. Is the universe a friendly place or not? And maybe spending some time exploring why you think the universe is either a friendly or unfriendly place. So I wish us all great good luck in striking up a mutually friendly rapport with the universe, and also in navigating, if not making the most of, these very tumultuous but also opportune times. And I'll also add that the webinar this afternoon is a very hands-on opportunity to explore your own relationship to trusting the universe and what that also looks like in your own life, as well as how to create more acts of trust in your life. So I hope you'll join us. And I really want to thank you again for inviting me to share these thoughts. And thank you, Reverend Kristen, for inviting me back. And I'm going to sign off now. And blessings to each and all of us. Thank you.
How much do we actually need to have enough? The last year has been really interesting in a lot of ways. One of the ways is the things we haven't been able to buy, the things we haven't been able to go do. It's left a void within which I think most of us, many of us at least, have been forced to face this question: what is enough? What do I really need? What am I really here to do? Versus what have I always thought I was supposed to be doing? This is a song that asks those sorts of questions. It feels timely to me, even though I wrote it way back in 2006 for an album called Water. I hope you enjoy. What do I do if I'm not chasing anything? What do I do if I've got everything that I need? It's a question that no one's prepared me to answer. Where do I go if I'm right where I'm supposed to be? Where do I go if wherever I am home? It's a mystery. No one can give me an answer. If the usual way doesn't work anymore, if there's no map for what life has in store, what if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What do I say if it's all perfect anyway? What do I say if I'm not here to change anyone? It's a question I truly don't know how to answer. How do I live if my life is eternity? How do I live if I'm no longer afraid to die? It's a mystery. No one can give me an answer. If the usual way doesn't work for me now, well, that's a void I know nothing about. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What is the purpose of time here on earth? How do I now define my death and birth? For that matter, what is my life really worth in the end? What's mine to give and what's mine to receive? Whom do I worship? What do I believe? It seems every answer comes right back to me in the end. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race race is over, what then?
Thank you so much, Daniel, and thank you, Greg, for that inspiring message. You know, this week in particular is an invitation to look at what appears to be an unfriendly universe and to realize and to recognize that the events of Holy Week is a triumph of the unfoldment of good in the face of tragedy. The idea that we can make it all happen under our own resources versus let and cooperate with the universe with complete confidence in the forces of good at work in the world. Inspiring and something that we can hold inside to take forward with us during this week. Thank you. Whether you have a joy or a concern on your heart today, our prayer chaplains are available to pray with you during our virtual patio conversation after the service. You can also contact them by completing a connection card that's available on the Watch Live page, or click on prayer requests at the bottom of the home page. Our prayer team is available to pray with you throughout the week.
Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. Our spiritual home thrives with your continued generosity. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature.
We love getting your checks through regular mail, and we love getting a direct deposit from your bank. But there are two ways to give online. You can click on the Donate button on the Watch Live page, or you can download the Give app, where Give is spelled G-Y-V-E.
And as we do that, I invite you to repeat our prosperity affirmation with me. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
Okay, Walnut Creek, one more song for you. Before I sing, I want to thank you again for having me, and I want to invite you to my Facebook page, which I never thought I'd say, but Daniel Nahmod USA. This weekend is actually the 1-year anniversary of the first show I ever did on Facebook. I went live on March 20th of last year and have done about 170 shows now. So here is a song to close for today called Sittin On A Goldmine. Take good care. I'd love to visit you sometime soon in person. Now there's a thought. I've had so many doubts along the way. Felt like life was just another bill to pay without anything to show. But now I've figured out that every day my fortune's always found within my faith. And all I needed was to let it flow, 'cause there's no wall around me, only fear has ever bound me. And all I need is trust and I am free. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Oh yeah, my treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Finally, I'm breaking through so many lies. All those people telling me to run and hide from the truth of what I am. But now I'm telling you, the future's bright. Tomorrow shines like diamonds in the sky. And all I needed was to understand that whatever I'm believing, well, that's what I'm receiving from the riches that reside inside of me. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Oh yeah, my treasure has been right here all the time. I'm sitting on a gold mine. All right, I'm sitting on a gold mine. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Thanks again.
We always want to support our musicians. A heartfelt thank you to Daniel Nahmod for providing our music this week. Really fun. To hear more, please visit danielnahmod.com. Now, as we bless our offerings, we bless the giver and the gift as it may go forth and multiply to increase the good in our lives and in the lives of those that we touch. Let's say our prayer together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now.
Let's bless our essential workers who work so hard to support us all and keep us safe. Let's say this together. Essential workers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
Our children's ministry meets every Sunday at 10, so let's check in with Maddie and Millie and see what they've been up to this week.
Hi, Unity. It's Maddie and Millie. And happy spring. Happy spring. Last week, we finished up our interfaith series with the Unity kids. And the last one we did was our favorite. Unity. Unity. And what was really cool was when we prayed at the end, we prayed different, right? How did we pray? We called Silent Unity. Yeah, Mom put it on speakerphone so everybody could hear. And we prayed with them, with the guy. And they're going to be praying with us for a week. And they've almost been praying for people over 100 years. Yeah. And the number is 1-816-969-2000 if you want to call them. They can pray for you all the time. Any day. Yeah. And any time, right? Bye, Unity. Bye.
You know, Maddie and Millie are such terrific spokespersons for our lovely children's program here at Unity at Walnut Creek. And we can't thank them enough for keeping the youth program alive and vital and vibrant and just beautiful. Let's bless our children, youth, and teachers. Together, children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
Now please join me in saying our prayer of protection. As we do, let's hold all of humankind together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am divine.
Stick around until the end of service. We have community member selfies that you won't want to miss. Do you know, we've been online now for 1 solid year. We miss seeing you in person, but please send in new selfies and silent waving videos. You can send them to the office at unityofwalnutcreek.org.
And with that, our peace song. You are the light, the love, and the peace on earth right now.
So let your light shine, have fun, spread joy, and happy Palm Sunday. Bye-bye now.
Soon.
There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. There is one life, there is one love, there is one infinite presence. I am one with God, I am one with God. I kept on looking for the answers